So this is a basic Saberwing kit that I ordered in early 16. It was a serial number 5, which was a early on sort of prototype test run of them. Basically built the airframe for the most part as it's been designed, little tweaks here and there, but otherwise the airframe is pretty much Saberwing. Firewall forward, I went very off the page. I developed a new lower cowl and engine mount and landing gear and nose gear fairing, the whole cooling scheme to put a 915 IS on. I grew up turbocharging Hondas and Nissans and playing with fuel injection, so I'm far more familiar with the modern side of engines than I am the old air-cooled carbureted engines. They're not cheap, but it's such a good engine, and you get what you pay for there. The size, the weight, the propeller availability, it just seemed like it was going to make a really good airplane if I could get that engine integrated onto it. When I first started laying out how this engine would integrate into this airframe, cooling is a huge part of an installation. The water-cooled, air-cooled, oil-cooled engines, which essentially Rotax are cooled by all three, it's a little more complex, but it also opens up some doors to possibly a little better performance. Lots of research later, lots of CAD drawings to get it all to fit, and I kind of came up with this layout before I had made any parts. Having the position of the engine and knowing where I wanted the cooling, I made a wooden box and glued a bunch of foam to the front and started carving, and stayed within the constraints I had drawn up and basically came up with that. Me and my wife walk a lot. She was always a great listening ear, and she takes claim to the success of this airplane in a way, because she might not have a clue what I was talking about, but she let me blab on and on and on, and I'm kind of a vocal processor, so in all those conversations I would often solve my own problems. One of the places I did find real helpful was all the videos you got online and a lot of the webinars that are done. Even if you don't necessarily get that piece of information you need, often it's the catalyst to get you where you need to be in terms of a confidence level. Coming here is a huge part of that confidence builder, and there's some changes I made coming here and then also watching the videos. In the roughly 7 years I spent building, I kind of quit keeping track after a couple thousand. Mathematically, I should be between 4,000 and 5,000 hours with the development, and that's going pretty slow because that's trying to put time into the engineering side of things. We flew for the first time September 30th of last year, and now I rolled over, I think 120, like 25 hours on the way here. So I've been flying it a lot. A lot of my time is spent from 8 o'clock to midnight working on the plane in the garage. Have a cup of coffee after you put the kids to bed and get at it in the garage. I really cherish those times, and I still often walk in the garage and miss the fact that there's not an airplane there anymore to mess with, but it's good that it's at the airport flying.